Well, good afternoon, folk. It was good morning, folk, but something kept popping up this morning, and I just couldn't get this video out. I was going to try to get it out to you yesterday for No Man Talking Tuesday, but something kept coming up, and I just could not get the video out. But so here we are. Hopefully, we get it out this time. Anyways, yep, 6 years, folk. 6 years of van life, and this is the first time I've ever gotten the knock. And at first, considering the area I park in for the majority of the time, it's ghetto. And I thought it was just some crackhead or somebody trying to sell something or trying to get change or something like that. So finally, I came to the door and I was like, oh shoot, it was the animal control. And she told me there was a complaint for Butchie. And I was like, a complaint on Butchie? And it's like somebody said I was on Main Street walking my dog, and I kicked my dog, got mad at him, and started yelling at him. And I'm like, well, got mad at him and yelled at him? That sounds about right. But I said, kicking my dog? Never. I'm not kicking my dog. That's just crazy. And the cool thing about her, she said, I do want to tell you that before I left the police department, that quite a few of the officers there were telling her that they see me with my dog, and my dog's healthy, and I take good care of my dog and everything. So quick shout out to Middletown PD. I appreciate sticking up for me when it came to my dog. But yeah, the lady was awesome. She was very professional, very cool. And we basically joked most of the time. She said that, yeah, they said you kicked them, which is just ludicrous. I don't kick my dog. That's insane. And secondly, she said I was yelling at him. I said, now that, oh yeah. I said, I spend half my day yelling at this guy. And she started laughing, and I asked her if she knew about pit bulls, and she said yes. I said, he is the most bullheaded and stubborn dog I've ever had. He's the hardest one to train. He is stubborn. He wants to do everything his way. He has to bark at everything. And he's crazy, but he's freaking awesome. He's an awesome dog. He's a very good dog. He's just a pain in the butt, just like, as if he's one of my kids or something. But so anyways, yep, got the knock. It went over fine. She said they get donations of food and everything all the time, but I said he's fine. I always have him a nice big bag of food. He usually, whether I'm eating chicken or if I'm eating steak or whatever meat I'm eating, I usually throw into his food for him, stir it up, and he chows. And he's putting on weight, folk, again. He's weird. He'll put on weight for a while, and then he'll get to a certain weight, and then he'll go back down. The cool thing is he goes to Mansfield for his veterinarian, and there's a app for him, and everything right there, optimal. The dog is in perfectly good health, and he's not abused at all. He's awesome. So anyways, I figure since we are on the subject of Butch, we have a whole lot more subscribers, and I figured I'd give a backstory on Butch and how I came to have him. I've done it before, but we've got a lot more subscribers now. But anyways, Butch, I got Butch when he was almost 4 months old. He was pretty much 4 months old when I got him. I got him 3 years ago in October. He was at my ex's house. The breeder had brought him by to her now ex-husband, and Amanda didn't want another dog in the house. So they were going to try and find a home for it. My daughter sent me a picture. So I got a hold of my ex and said, listen, can you give me like 2 weeks to come out and get him? And she was like, okay, cool. Or I think it was like a week or something. So I drove out there and I got him. And like I said, he was 4 months. I do have a picture of the first day I met him, and I'll try to remember to put it up here for you. And I almost changed my mind before I left, because I was literally there for the weekend. I was coming right back to Connecticut. I went there to get him, came right back. I didn't stay or anything. And by the time the weekend was over, he was excellent. There was other dogs barking, and he didn't bark. This barking stuff he does now is relatively new within the last year and a half. He used to be pretty good with the bark, and now he's just horrible. His prey drive went through the roof for some reason. So anyways, the way they came about to have him was the breeder brought Butchie to the guy he gave him to. And I guess later on, the breeder heard through the grapevine that Butchie was not being treated properly. From my understanding, it wasn't like physical abuse, but more of neglect. From what I understand, he was left on a leash outside all the time. He didn't come in the house. He didn't have proper housing. He didn't have a dog house or anything. And he wasn't being fed properly. No water. He was losing his weight, and he ended up catching fleas horribly. He had really, really bad fleas. And to this day, when you look at his back, it kind of looks like he's a little balding, like he's lost some fur, and there's spots on his tail that you could tell there's little blotches of no fur at the very tip. And I think that's what it's from, probably him chewing so much, you know. But anyways, the breeder heard about it, went out, opened up the back gate, went to the backyard, took the dog, and said, "Dude, you lost your freaking dog. No way." And the breeder brought him to the vet. Got the fleas taken care of him. Of course, they got weight back on him, and they got him healed up, you know, nice and healthy again. And that's how my ex ended up with him, and that's how I ended up going to my ex's to go get him. So one of the things I promised Butchie is that he'll never be put on a chain again. I'll never put him on a chain, you know. Sometimes when we're out and about, because he's such a knucklehead, I would love to let him run. But if I let him run, I have to scan the whole place, make sure there's no dogs, there's no other humans, and then I have to keep guard and keep watching. So if anybody shows up, I have to go get him immediately. Because this knucklehead, he has to go running over to the person or running over to the dog, and he runs like just, oh my God, full speed ahead, right at the person. And I don't blame them. They see a pit bull coming full speed ahead, and he's pure muscle. So they're probably scared, you know? So I don't blame them. You know, they might kick at him or whatever, or if they have their dog, you know, they don't know if he's trying to play or not. They don't know. So I can't get mad at people when they get freaked out when he does that. So it's hard to let him have a good time. It's hard to find a place where I could just take the leash off and let him run and know he's not going to get in any trouble. But it's really unfortunate that he had to go to that first owner. I wish I could have gotten him first, you know. I still remember walking when I took him out to the woods for the first time, and he pulled a lot and everything because he'd never been walked. The poor guy had never been walked, you know. And so I walked. I started walking him. He was getting good for a while, but like I said earlier, I don't know what the heck it is with this guy. His prey drive went up so high, so freaking high. He's got to go after everything. You know, he barks and he's overprotective at times. But anyways, so that's how I came up. That's how I got to be with Butch, and it's been he's 3 years old now. So coming up this summer, you know what I'm saying, he'll be 4. It'll be almost 4 years with him. And I'll tell you what, folk, I wouldn't want to continue the adventure without him. You know, if medically or whatever, if something happens with one of my kids and I have to get a place and everything, I would have to take my time, find a place that's going to allow me to have him, because there's no way I could leave Butchie behind, you know. But anyways, yeah, 6 years, and the first time I ever got the knock, and it was over some BS, a lie somebody said. I never kicked my dog. Like I said, at times, when he's going after another dog or another person or something, he's going into the road, you know, I'll jump in front of him, get my foot in there, and push him back and everything. But never have I gone and kicked my dog. That's just insane. But anyways, other than that, everything is going freaking awesome. And I'm going to be getting another video out soon, showing hopefully the rest of the ceiling getting done and the sides getting done. And then sooner or later, I'm thinking about it. I'm not positive. I may wait till after winter, but starting to get these windows done so I can get my walls up permanently. So we'll see. But anyways, I figured I'd give you a little backstory on Butchie and give you, let you know about my first knock, the infamous knock during van life. So anyways, till next time, don't forget, always forward to the next adventure. That log is down.